teaching, learning play a very big role in creating this what we the perspective of science, what we see science as. Research is one, but teaching, learning, and each one of these actually have one stakeholder. Research academia. Actually, research and teaching, teachers and researchers look like they come from the same group of people. But you will see that actually there is a dividing line. Those researchers, they don't like to teach, and teachers they only teach, they don't like to research. There are kind of people, either who are only interested in research or only interested in teaching. That is why you see that PhD and master's teachers, they don't like UG teaching, and those people who who are doing UG teaching, they have backlog in their research. So you have research, teachers, learning, you are the stakeholders. The students are the stakeholders. And application, that is how we do the applications. Technology, it is actually the application. Science is the fundamental thing. So when we say science and technology, these are two different things. Science is the fundamental, it's the body of knowledge, and technology, it is the application part. And lastly, it is popularity. We have to popularize. So all these actually are what makes the science. Main thing is actually these are all 5 pillars. Everything has to be done properly. But in third world countries like India, because we have not, these things are not developed in our country, all these are actually limited. The industry does not have much interaction with academia. Academia has not much interaction with the society. So these kind of problems are there, and that's why you see we are not doing the pioneer work. Very important. See, why we are not doing the pioneer work? This I always try to think. I find out that it is always the borrowed practices, borrowed methods from the West. Because of that, actually, we are not doing it. See, what we think is why we are not having this real. Like we are talking about this multidisciplinary approach, interdisciplinary approach since very long. Like when I was doing PhD, when I was doing BTech and Tech, that time also we are talking about multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary studies. But still not, we are not able to do it. And we are talking about it. And but the problem is, it's actually us people. Why it is not successful is, see, we don't need it actually. Interdisciplinary approach, multidisciplinary approach, let us be honest. Then there is a problem which needs, for example, different fields. What we do is, we bring all the different experts to solve the problem. Interdisciplinary approach is only needed as much as to bring people together. But that's not the correct approach. What we want in interdisciplinary approach and multidisciplinary approach is a person who is doing things together at the same time. A person who understands the need of multidisciplinary things at the same time. That is what we want in interdisciplinary multidisciplinary things. Same thing with our academics and the industry partnership. See, what we now think is, what we need in academic and industry partnerships is, we should bring them together and get the process solved. No. See, the thing is, the best kind of partnerships is academics. Academia should do industrial work, and industry should also do this academic work. So industry should do research, and academia should do the industrial work that is application. I am saying to the students because you are the future generation, and this point you should understand that we need this. Because just by research, just by doing research, are doing academic work, what you are going to do is, you say that give me money, give me funds, and I will do whatever I want, I don't care. Society is not work like that. So you have to give and take. Same thing with industry. Industry also has problems. They think that academy should work for them, and but they should not give that. That's the same problem. In fact, I have got friends in they are the big CEOs in companies, and they say always say that academy does not prepare students for them. So I said, why should we prepare the students for them? Our task is only to give them raw knowledge so that they can be accepted anywhere. So that is why we are not going to give them specific knowledge. We are only going to give them this raw knowledge. They can be absorbed anywhere. And this is specific knowledge, that is the job. And you need the specific kind of knowledge. If you specific knowledge for all the subjects, very difficult. Though like I think that I don't know, but probably biosciences may have different components. There are a lot of things you have to teach. You can't give very specific skills, very specific technology to students only for one particular industry. Though the data science is very high, but actually I don't think that there is a proper method of teaching. I say that in UG and masters we need a very broad kind of knowledge. Again, modern students are not like that because this is an era of ChatGPT. They have solutions on their fingertips, so they think like why should I do a lot of work? So I think should have fundamental understanding of the subject. One of my artificial intelligence was friends. He said this. Actually, he said this. He was an artificial intelligence expert. And he said this that because artificial intelligence is so good at finding solutions, it is so bad at teaching. Because what we want is that students should work for their problems. We don't want solutions actually. We give assignments to students. What we want is students to work. We know the solution. We are not going to wanting to go to this solution. We want to have solutions for our research problems, but not for your course work. But the thing is, students go to ChatGPT and then they solve the problems. That is not how learning process goes. So, maybe we are like computer science people and we everywhere want to apply artificial intelligence, but that is for application, not for teaching, not for learning. That is bad. AI is bad for teaching learning process. Everything becomes like prompt teaching. How you give a proper prompt so that you can get the solution. We don't want that. We want the students to learn fundamentals. And in academic and research partnership, what we want actually is not the problem of academia. It is not the problem of industry. I think that it is a society problem. Because society, Indian society, third world country societies, they don't feel the need of sabko ka sabana. So that is why they don't worry about the fundamental aspects. Academia is for academics and industry is for application. And but then you don't need solid chemistry within them. But people don't feel that. All shortcuts. They want shortcuts. So I tell the students, this kind of understanding should go. Academy, actually everyone, not just academics, students also. Students should also do this is a balance of research, teaching, learning, organization, and the application. Everyone should do everything. Even though because you see, students, they only think that you should have this, not even that. In fact, I was talking to your professors, and they said that this is a big problem that students are not working. They are only working for, they are only learning, they are only satisfied with their grades. They are not satisfied with the knowledge. We have to work for knowledge, application, everything. So this is the first point. I will believe because I am taking a lot of time. I know. Second point is about transformative healthcare. Again, this one, interesting point, I have studied a lot. In fact, GCP meetings also, I have written about this industry and academia, the interaction with them. And always these kind of problems we discuss. On paper it looks very nice, but real problems are there. Real problems, actually the academia does not need of the industry participation, and industry also does not need to do the academia. And both of them are actually going north and south. They only in academia feel that they should fund their research, and industry feel that they should solve there. So both are actually don't try to understand each other's point of view. Transformative health research, I am a clinician. So in fact, when I had this training, I had a training conference in Delhi. My friends sponsored my organization. But what I found out is the scenario of healthcare has really actually changed. In transformative healthcare, what is the goal of healthcare? Everywhere we in engineering, so I am an engineering background, we ask three questions. What, why, and how. So how is very important in engineering? Not so important in science. Science is what is something, why maybe, what is something they are more interested in. Fundamental research, abstract research, only interested in what. Even why of things like that also they will not be much. As long as they are able to publish a paper, that is fine. So what? As long as problem is interesting, it is publishable. But why of things, and whenever you go to this society, practical problems, you have to answer this. What, why, and how. Engineering is that. What is something, why it has to be done, and how is also very important. In Bengal, the problem is how. So one of our engineering managers used to say that in Bengal we have got initiative, but initiative is not there. So we have got very good ideas, but the application is not there. Proper application, the final full application, it is not there. So this is what, why, and how. All three are important. In healthcare, what is healthcare? And why we should do it? And how is it to be done? And this means how means transformation. So in why we have to talk about the goals of healthcare. Many goals are there. You know about those goals. So we give words for those goals. We have got this affordability, accessibility, and quality. So these are actually some goals. Different goals are. And assurance, quality assurance is there, and guarantees. So in healthcare, you see, each of them is a goal of it. You want to have a guaranteed healthcare, though it is not possible like cancer, etc. You don't have a guaranteed cure of that. But what we really wish, not wish and want, reality is always different from wish and want. But healthcare, what we want is the guaranteed cure. And that is what research is about. Why we are pursuing this illusory goal of a perfect cure? It is because this is actually very much required. We think about societies, the society of the people. They are very much worried about the health problems. So definitely. So in the family, whenever anyone, mother, father, grandmother, or child becomes sick, everyone is worried, everyone is anxious about it. The whole society is anxious about it. Even though we know that this goal of perfect cure is not possible, but the research is all about pursuing this impossible and idealistic goals. And as far as we can do it, so I am not worried about this very practical goals, pragmatic. We will come to that when we want to implement this, but goals are always idealistic. And so this affordability, we know that health is not very costly. Accessible. So this idea, that what is transformative healthcare? It is actually door-to-door care. No, door-to-door. We want this door-to-door care. Very buzzword. So it is actually about accessibility. Everywhere it should be. It should go. Everywhere it should reach. So affordable, accessible, and quality, and guarantee. These kind of things actually are the goal of transformative health. And first we have to understand. That is why I said what, why, and how. So what is this? What is this transformative healthcare? You need to understand. Engineering, this engineering people, now management people also talk about this. So engineering people have this. You have to understand what is this problem, and then why we should do it, and how we should. So last, these three aspects. So how actually each field will have their own method, and like Professor goes on math, computer science, so I will say that how you have to apply computer science. But actually you need different aspects, like the industry has to be involved, society has to be involved, and the practitioners, doctors, nurses, they should actually understand what is this transformative healthcare. They should really want it, not just because of money, not just because of this business. It is good for business, maybe. But the thing is, we have the medical science, the health science has certain goals. As a spiritual person, I will always think about this higher goal, the betterment of society, the betterment of people, so that they can pursue whatever spiritual goals they say, spiritual goals, or even material goals. They can pursue their material and spiritual goals. Society should be free. It's not free. Things are very bad. And really, when you think that okay, everything is fine. No. See, immediately you can think about this COVID. And every whole system actually stopped working for several months, for years. For 1.5 years, we see that the systems that we had so hard, so we have worked for so long a time, everything like crashed for 1.5 years. So the society, everything like the progress of it came to halt when this COVID was. So this health is very important. You have to immediately, actually, the society, they came up with the challenge, and they were able to solve the problem within within I think I say reasonable amount of time. Because really it's very surprising that within 1.5 years they are able to do it. Because earlier times this time of pandemic, people used to suffer, and millions, and this time also a lot of people died. But earlier, like for example, Black Plague, etc., people used to die just like every millions and millions of people would die. And so this time it was actually controlled reasonably fast and reasonably timely, and health was given. So this is actually things are developed, and they are going to develop further. So we should actually think about these aspects, like transformation. It is really transform, and we should think about future. And transformative aspects not because of business aspects, but I would say because of this ethical and what the goals each may have. We may think about the goals of life, goals of healthcare, etc. It's fine. But you should have this idealistic goals in mind, and each student should work. And when we have this ideal in our mind, we will find that these things are needed and should be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swamiji, for your enlightening words. A small token of gratitude will now be presented to you by our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Radha Tamal Goswami. Thank you, professors. Thank you. Now I invite Professor Dr. Rudra Shah, Dean Academics, to kindly share his words with us. Sir.
Thank you. Respected Chief Guest, respected Pro-Vice Chancellor, respected Registrar, other dignitaries on the dais and on the dais, respected officers and students. So, as the theme of this today's conference, fourth national conference, is mainly of two aspects. One, to increase academia and industry collaboration, as well as application of oriented healthcare, transformative healthcare. So basically from basic research to application oriented product development, so that the society and the human can be benefited. So, as you know, from the inception of Adamas University 8 years ago, our goal is to bridge the gap between the academic knowledge and the industrial application, and to enhance the graduate outcome. So, as you know, that India is slowly emerging as a developed country from a developing country. So, a lot of opportunities are emerging in our country. So, as you know, the Make in India campaign has generated a lot of revenues, lot of new industries, startups have initiated in the country, and the opportunities for the students are also immense, not only in academic institution but also in the industries. So, a large number of students are now want to get a job after completion of their undergraduate and postgraduate studies, but as I mentioned, the large portion of this job is in the industry. So some amount of overlapping of knowledge sharing and collaborations are required. Otherwise, students face a lot of difficulty when they enter into the industrial job. Because as Chief Guest has mentioned, there are little overlaps are there. We, as academic institutions, our main purpose is to impart knowledge, so the students, fundamentals of the students are rock solid, and then they can build up on the fundamentals, they can work on different types of applications, but industry starts with an application. They have a product, they have certain ideas that they want to develop into product. So scaling up from a laboratory scale experiment to a large industrial scale experiment, sometimes there is certain gaps. So these gaps we are trying to overlap and minimize by certain collaborations with industries, not only limited to the healthcare or pharmaceutical industry, but all types of industries. So these handshaking is important, and this today's conference you will be discussing and networking with a lot of professionals, experts from the industry as well as academic institutions, and I hope this knowledge will help you to gain experience which will be valuable in your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. At this moment, we are delighted to unveil the abstract book of Health Margdarshan 2025. I request all the dignitaries on the dais, and I would also like to call upon stage Professor Dr. Prashanjit Mondol, HOD, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, Organised University, Professor Paulo Kanti Haldar, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, Jadavpur University, Dr. Shomendra Dorwar, Scientist and in charge, Research and Development, Hayes Medical, Dr. Amitabh Kovilaj, Research and Development Manager, Made in Pharmaceuticals, Professor Arup Mukherjee, to please come on the stage. I request everyone present here to please put your hands together for this business. Thank you everyone. I will now, okay. So any program in Bengal is incomplete with a small cultural event. Therefore, I would request all the dignitaries who are present on stage to kindly take the seat. And I will also request all the volunteers present over here to prepare the stage for the cultural event. Thank you. We will request a few moments to set up the stage. Thank you.
নমস্কার। উপস্থিত সকল অতিথিবৃন্দের উদ্দেশ্যে শ্রদ্ধাঞ্জলি জ্ঞাপন করে আজ আমার নিবেদন কবিগুরু রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের লেখা একটি ছোট্ট কবিতা, অঞ্জলি। এই তীর্থ দেবতার ধরণীর মন্দির ও প্রাঙ্গণে যে পূজার পুষ্পাঞ্জলি সাজাইল সযত্ন চরণে, সায়াহ্নের শেষ আয়োজন যে পূর্ণ প্রণাম খানি মোর সারা জীবনের অন্তরের অনির্বাণ বাণী, জ্বালাই রাখিয়া গেনু আরতির সন্ধ্যা দীপ মুখে। সে আমার নিবেদন তোমাদের সবার সম্মুখে। হেমল অতিথি যত তোমরা এসেছো এ জীবনে, কেহ প্রাতে কেহ রাতে, বসন্তে শ্রাবণ বরিশনে। কারো হাতে বীণা ছিল, কেহ বা কম্পিত দীপ শিখা এনেছিলে মোর ঘরে। দ্বার খুলে দুরন্ত ঝটিকা বার বার এনেছো প্রাঙ্গণে। যখন গিয়েছো চলে দেবতার পদচিহ্ন করে রেখে গেছো মোর গৃহতলে। আমার দেবতা নিল তোমাদের সকলের নাম, রহিল পূজায় মোর তোমাদের সবারই প্রণাম, সবারই প্রণাম। নমস্কার।
require 30 more seconds for a technical process. Thank you.
चंद्रचूड शिव शंकर पार्वती रमणयनि चंद्रचूड शिव शंकर पार्वती रमणानि सुंदर हृदय विराग सुंदर हृदय शिव शंकर पार्वती रमणानि सद्यो जातमापदम्
such powerful and spiritual and enlightening program from all of our students. I definitely like to recognize them here. Konkona, Sreyashri, Anubhav, Tanmoy, Bindita, and Kochishmita. A huge round of applause for all of them. Now, to conclude the inaugural session, I invite Professor Dr. Shankar Dey, Associate Dean, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, to kindly propose the vote of thanks. Sir.
Thank you. Sir. A very good morning to our respected chief guest of National Conference, respected Pro-Vice Chancellor, respected Registrar, respected Dean Academics, respected Dean Sir of School of Health and Medical Sciences, speakers of the different scientific sessions, chairperson of the different scientific sessions, and the evaluator of the oral and posters, dignitaries on and off the dais, respected faculty members, dear participants, and my dear students. It's my privilege and honor to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of organizing committee of the National Conference on Health Margdarshan 2025. At the outset, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Swami Sarvatomananda Maharaj, Vice Chancellor, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute, Belur Math, for sparing valuable time to grace these inaugural sessions with this inspiring presence and enlightening addresses. Your words have truly set the tone of the conference. I express our sincere thanks to our respected Pro-Vice Chancellor Sir for his gracious presence and insightful thought which have added immense value of this conference. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected Registrar Sir for gracing this inaugural session with his esteemed presence. Your constant support and encouragement have always been a source of strength for us, and today's event has been enriched for your valuable words of wisdom. I also wish to extend my sincere thanks to our respected Dean, Academic Sir, for sparing his presence with time to be with us for your inspiring address. Your guidance has always motivated us to pursue academic excellence and research-oriented initiatives, and today's conference stands as a testimony to that vision. A special words of appreciation goes to our Dean Sir and Professor Rajan Ray for their continuous encouragement and support in organizing this conference. I must express my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Chancellor Sir and Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir for continuous their motivations and giving encouragement to organize this kind of the conferences. I also thank the organizing committee members, faculty colleagues, and students for their untiring efforts in making this event possible. We are thankful to all the participants, delegates, academicians from across the country for joining us and contributing to the academic dialogue. This enthusiastic participation gives the conference its true meaning. Finally, I thank our technical staff, media team, and support staff for their behind-the-scene contribution to the smooth conduct of the inaugural sessions. With these words, I once again convey our deep sense of gratitude to all present here. We look forward to your continued participation and meaningful discussions during the session ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Dey. Ladies and gentlemen, we now break for tea and we will reassemble here within 15 minutes. Thank you. A word of caution that no food or drinks are allowed inside this hall. Thank you. খালি হ্যাঁ আমি সেটাই বলছি এইখানটাতে একটা চেয়ার দিয়ে দাও এরকম জায়গায় এই জায়গায় একটা চেয়ার দাও আচ্ছা অপূর্বা চেয়ারপারসনই কিন্তু রিসার্চ পারসনকে রাখবেন তো তুমি আমাদের কাছে চেয়ারপারসন রেখে ছেড়ে দেওয়া ব্যাস চল 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 এবে চল ওদের ইয়ে হয়নি খোলা হয়নি আচ্ছা এই জিনিসটা কিন্তু প্রত্যেকবার রিপিট হবে পর পর করে ঠিক আছে আর প্যাটার্ন তাদেরকে আমরা সবাই ভাবছি সবাই আচ্ছা এইটা একবার ফাইনাল একটা
কেউ করবে বাবা এই সিটটা ছেড়ে দাও এই সিটটা ছেড়ে দাও এই সিটটা অফ আবার তুমি হারালে রাজাকে সব পিছিয়ে গেছে ঘটনাটা পিছিয়ে গেছে ঘটনাটা পেকে গেছে
Check one. Okay. Check. Okay. 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 Check. Okay. Okay.
Students, may I request you all to settle down? A very good afternoon to everyone. Before we begin with this scientific deliberation, please so may I be allowed to introduce myself? I am Dr. Sheikh Murtaza, Associate Professor at Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, Adamas University. It gives me immense pleasure to be here amongst distinguished academicians, researchers, industry experts, and young inquisitive minds. Having said this, let us now move forward with our scientific session. Scientific session 1. We now begin with scientific session 1, and I request our respected chairperson, Professor Dr. Rudra Prasad Saha, Dean Academics at Adamas University, and our distinguished resource person, Professor Arup Mukherjee, Professor and Advisor, Department of Biotechnology, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, to kindly come up to the stage and have your respective seats. Sir, may I request you to be on the stage, sir? preside over this session, we are honored to have Professor Dr. Rudra Prasad Saha. Professor Saha is Dean of the School of Life Science and Biotechnology as well as Dean Academics at Adamas University. Sir has an illustrious academic and research career. He holds a PhD from Bose Institute, Kolkata, and has completed postdoctoral research in USA from prestigious universities like University of Texas and San Diego State University. His key research area includes virus-host interaction, metal homeostasis in bacteria, phage-based gene therapy, and novel antibiotic development. Professor Saha has authored over 22 international publications and contributed to several funded projects, including prestigious Erasmus EU funded Rishi project, a recipient of multiple awards and recognition. He also plays a leading role in academic council, innovation initiatives, and international conferences. May I now request Professor Saha to kindly come to the podium and introduce our resource person and also moderate the session. Sir.
Thank you. So before I would call Professor Arup Mukherjee for his keynote lecture, I would like to introduce Professor Mukherjee to the August gathering. Professor Arup Mukherjee is a pharmaceutical technologist specializing in drug delivery, drug research, biomedicines and sustainable nanotechnology areas. Professor Mukherjee has nearly 42 years of postgraduate teaching and research experience. He has contributed extensively in peer-reviewed journals, IDEN Index 2471, H Index of 54. As of now, he has guided 51 PhD scholars singly and also in collaboration with some of the major institutions in India and abroad. He has traveled extensively before academic exchanges, curricular developments, technology collaborations, invited talks and related works. Professor Mukherjee is a life member of 6 internationally acclaimed professional bodies, including the Biological Research Society of India, Royal Society of Chemistry, and the Carbohydrates Research Society. Many of his students are successful professionals serving globally. Professor Mukherjee is currently engaged as Professor and Academic Advisor of Department of Biotechnology, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal. He was a postdoctoral scholar from MIT, USA, Department of Chemistry and Chemical Engineering. He had also served as the head of the Department of Chemical Technology and the coordinator of Center for Research in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology of Calcutta University. With this brief introduction, I would like to request Professor Mukherjee to deliver his keynote lecture on pharmacy education in global perspective vis-a-vis Indian scenario in current times. Thank you.
I guess I am audible, is it? And I guess I am through. Can I get a pointer or something? Well, pointer আছে নাকি? Now, quickly to come to the point, I use Bengalis. Is it okay for? Because I see many young Bengalis here. Okay. So Bengali and English. Because I have to reach the last page. That is a challenge for any teacher. Now, for me, it is very interesting. It is very interesting to see my next to next generation performing, not my next to next generation performing, and the next generation coming up. The world is changing, we are changing, it has always changed. It has always changed and it will change again. So survival in the profession from generation to generation itself is a challenge. Like for somebody in the bee farm today, maybe a question, why I am here? Why you are studying organization, B Farm, there is no such question why I am here. Because I am here. Okay, the question was much more focused. It is you, my dear friend, to address that, because choice is also very big in healthcare. Transformative. We use this transformation. Laplace transform, Fourier transform. Is there? Transformative is more predictive, is more mathematically oriented. I often challenge myself as a old generation person that why it is termed artificial intelligence. Intelligence, okay, human. গরু কখনো চিন্তা করে? গরুও জন্তু, মানুষও জন্তু। তফাৎ কোথায়? মানুষ চিন্তা করতে পারে আর গরু পারে কিনা আমরা জানি না। So question is, artificial intelligence terminology is more business oriented. It should have been termed, it's great, fine, but should have been termed differently. That's my personal Eastern view. We'll discuss that. Now, let me come to pharmacy. Somehow being a pharmacist where luckily I could survive across, survive, just survive, not excel, across very good chemistry, engineering, and thanks to a course designed by Professor Emil Roth. We'll come to that. Okay. And like me, there are many who survived across all disciplines, because pharmacy helped many disciplines to come closer and then transform. This is a merit. Every discussion is separate, independent, and has a purpose. I believe, I am told, the purpose is to motivate the young mind. And motivation is from inside. Unless somebody faces a challenge, it doesn't come. I'll give you many stories. See, pharmacy is a complex field today. Very complex. Very complex. Like Adamas, the Supuri, this term I have written in that document, is a medicine discovered in paleobiology or paleopharmacology, means discovered in the caves. That early human being used to use this as a medicine. Do you know? Check the Google, write yourself, discuss. Right here, it contains one alkaloid called anabolinic something. You have great people around. Alkaloid is always best. Please stop that. And it is used in canning and many things. Plants do a lot of chemistry and it's the origin of medicine. Okay, later all these regulations, nowadays you are not using, but human beings were using it as a medicine for addiction as well. Now, check this. I did not have information for you to come on. Now, one of the first medicine was morphine. You may be knowing now, same drug like paracetamol now is a big question. Not because of liver problem, giving rise to drug interactions. Drug interactions. We used to talk earlier, our teacher, one of the good drug is paracetamol. Now, I don't know whether aspirin will taste that. This is one of the wonder synthetic medicine. Aspirin and morphine. Now morphine faces the problem. Now terminology is, why heroin is a drug? Why, what purpose heroin does as a drug? Who dumped it? Why? For market. Now market becomes a problem. So think of it, you have to lead market and survive, knowing policy. Well, so this is a great compound, artemisinin, malaria. The chemistry is very interesting, it's a novel work, see many places and pharmacy is complex. Even just simple extraction of artemisinin is cold water extraction. Very interesting how you handle large volume engineering problem. Well, nobody thought that now this is pharmacy has flown into drug delivery device, biomolecules, peptide drugs, very, very complex. So therefore, lot of opportunities. Pharmacy is transforming, it has scope for transformative aspect, it is integrated today in entire healthcare system. I have written clearly in the write-up my thought of what it is required. Professor Emel's Rock, father of pharmacy, I just put the term in Google and asked for some pictures. Professor Emel's Rock. There are many pictures where some college principals, authority were organizing Professor Emel's Rock birthday was very recently death anniversary with no picture of Professor Emel's Rock. The people were learning, say, Gandhiji, political leaders, Nehru, or I don't know, maybe anybody, but there is no Professor Emel's Rock. Okay? You cannot do subject if you forget it. And this is not the only you see it. This is colonial mindset and processes in India. If you do not know or do not want to know Professor Emel's Rock, let us not talk of analysis. Okay? Let us not talk of analysis. Clearly. Survival is independent, it is also transformative. Now, have anyone also analysis these are methodologies? See this article? This one. This is the only paper published by Sir C.D. Roman from Kolkata, and the Nobel Prize was awarded. Published from Kolkata. Have you ever seen research methodology? This is written in the research methodology book. So it is your teacher to help you transform your books. What we teach, what the teachers should teach, is interpretation and more from the book, which will motivate. Okay? And do you know the story? I give two stories only. The great people of us. And I told you, unless you respect history and believe what data on artificial intelligence, your intelligence is improving. So, believe the truth, interpret whatever I say, open like Google or whatever, and ask me again. So now the question is, do you know how C.D. Roman got the Nobel Prize? You can get this. It is really available. Here is a great platform. I am giving very specific information. So C.D. Roman was working on scattering of light in deep India. During that, before that, rational scientists were actually working very passionately on scattering on a solid. Light scattering and characteristics of the form. You know, bunch of Russian scientists were actually nominated for Nobel Prize. The difference are two. One is Russian. And Sir C.D. Roman was an Indian colonial subject. And he was supposed to make that seeing what are living in India, he could predict mathematically. This is all article. The entire thing is not same. See, this is what is the address. And the calculation of science was not there. There is no money. It is so superlative to parallel to what we now paralleling. No paralleling. And this is the only paper. C.D. Roman don't have many papers. So governmentalized, there are so many things. And I give you one good story. You can read it, come back. See, we become a director somewhere, not here in Madras, and we just do recruitment. So recruitment, director of Safai Walas. Okay? Safai Walas. Lena hai. So people were sitting long, and how he managed time. He came to the director's room. At that point of time, all the institutions was coming up. He immediately asked his secretary, said, those who are coming with pant shirt and dhoti, let them go out. Only half pant people will be there, so that we can now evaluate. उससे काम नहीं चलेगा। धोती वाला साफ नहीं कर रहा है और फुल पैंट वाला भी नहीं कर रहा है। काम क्या है? What is the work? Who can do it? One second decision. I give the similar story of ALS officer. Initiated in PhD and last was Adamas University. Yeah. So process I have never seen, but I studied with his colleagues. One of our very senior teacher is still there. So he was discussing taking examinations of say emulsion and all that, stability and all that. In the small pharmaceutics laboratory, we are making like emulsion and why we so later on or mathematics and all that. He said, why you are possibly our teacher who was colleague of Sir A.M.L. So A.M.L. he said, you know, maybe at that point of time, even people was very friendly. So he said, you know, there was one teacher, yes, people were doing H2S. And it was in the laboratory, the laboratory was full of the H2S fume. Professor Strong with this kind of dress came down. Who is the teacher? I don't just name it, he was a teacher. When he was not sitting in the laboratory. Then he, one of the first floor, asked him, this one. Then what he started doing with these dress, then he picked up the teacher apparatus from the laboratory and keep it outside, and then take it. But teacher apparatus and the coach and the fire. Our then he said, if I can do it 10 times, can't you do it? Laboratory technician was said that day. If I can do it 10 times, can't you do one time? So from any work, the pharmacist should be ready to do whatever the professionally related work is. Okay? Suppose in an industry, some polluted chemicals get, you should be ready to jump into it. It's not a mold and all that. That's technology. So, love is to survive, transform. Well. Ganyan ang mga hindi sila ng siya. Ganyan so why nang hindi na ulo. Udah so ang tinay. Kita kung mahal lagi. Like next generation mo yung atas ko sura dance ko. Ang dia mo bulici. So stop to. Sila dia unahan dia. Ini anak kecil. Kami itu psikologi tentang apa sih dia. Saya sekarang cuma sesuatu I put Google Margdarshan. I put ChatGPT Margdarshan. Okay. Ini kan ada ini guidance, pathway, ini dia. And then how can this ChatGPT and Google make me become very smart person? Okay, it's impossible. At least suddenly. Now coming to this. Everything has a life cycle. Everything. It is not in management. Everything has a life cycle. Product life cycle, process life cycle, technology life cycle, service life cycle, because. And you know, they follow the same pathway. Bacterial growth. Exactly the same. This is not. Anyone can ask question about that. If you are not investing in R&D, the technology will not survive. Like aspirin to get a new life at EcoSpring, R&D was the input. Okay? So if you are not investing time, energy, money in your R&D, you will not survive. And it is very fast. This graph is actually called technology S graph. S graph. See the long phase, left phase, okay. The technology S graph is shrinking by time. Shrinking by time. One good example, penicillin fermentation. India, in fact, was a great producer of penicillin. Those minutes. Okay. So, even Kolkata used to produce penicillin by fermentation. Penicillium notice. One of my first students from Calcutta University did join a fermentation industry, speak up in Patel in Pondicherry. Okay, it is a very famous place for tsunami. So, okay, she was working there and very well. And in Kolkata also we maintained a very close contact, personal contact. We used to come, I used to talk and all that. Then some days he started complaining, sir, company bondo hoye jabe mone hocche. It's a fact. It's a fact. Sir, company bondo hoye jabe mone hoy amay shift korte hobe. Because the production in charge, I mean, got a promotion and all that. One of my first PhD students at University, in the year 1991. So, you know why penicillin company slows down? It is rapid technology. Technology is for solidity. Penicillin is important. Penicillin B particularly. Even now, penicillin is E and all that. Even ECA from Peter, all that. You know, recombinant penicillin. Recombinant penicillin traditional process what we study is by extraction, amino acid extraction. Based on all these books. Extraction you need to use lot of solvent. And of course there was an inherent cost for cleaning industry that cleaning side. There is a technology developed. Mostly China is a leader in many fermentation industries for many reasons. R&D also. Technology, lifespan, shortening. They have to lose that. They have developed a polymer. Penicillin is a charged molecule, charged values with each, which can absorb oxygen activity and get attached to penicillin. Now, penicillin is widely used in biotechnology. So just filter out the compound, which is a polymer, and separate penicillin. Disruptive technology is not disruptive, it's just a R&D investment. So all this big pharma, J pharma actually goes down. Okay? And this will happen more and more. Coming to quickly, I'm getting a lot of your time. In fact, all this lifetime, you can express in a very famous monolithic question. If you read biotechnology because of the school, I am talking on technology, pharmacy only. These are all part of pharmacy. Only thing you are going to do. Model equation is said that this is not mechanistically correct. This Michael's experimental equation may be correct in mechanistic sense. Monod equation is not true in mechanics. This is more predictive. Okay? So, mechanistically correct now. Understood? বুঝতে পারছো? মেকানিজম থেকে দেখতে গেলে এই অঙ্কটা হয় না। কিন্তু এখনো মনোড ইকুয়েশন ইউজ করা হয় ফার্মেন্টেশন মাস ব্যালেন্সের জন্য। What is practice may not be directly transferred from science to. It is again R&D and calculating output which is required for individual. Why I am saying this to tell you that. So this is all that. Okay. So in technology also, in your lifespan also, things will change with a less time, less equation. Connect many platforms which are available in pharmacy, you will survive. I will not bore you. All these mathematics let it be there. How do you do it? In management, maybe in other platform also, you may study it in research methodology, something called Pareto principle. It is nowadays linked to chaos theory, physics. Okay? It is that 20%, if you can control 25% of the cause, you can get 80% of the result. Think this. আমি কেন ফার্মেসি পড়ছি তুমি কি ভেবে দেখেছো কেন পড়ছো? আমি উদাহরণ দিচ্ছি। আমি তো এইটাই জানতাম, বাবা মা বলেছে বাড়ির কাছে। Whatever, there can be 1,000 reasons. Can you identify minimum 20% wise 20 and 80? It's called Pareto principle. You can take it and get it. That is marketing sense, yes. Every sense. So, if you can control 20% of a matrix parameter, you can control 80% of your decision. This is required today, transformation, mathematical. Your brain is mathematical. Your intelligence is mathematical. Do you recognize that? Please use it to help you. For me, so decision making important. Why you are in pharmacy? What are you doing in pharmacy? Do you take a program decision or a intuitive decision? Whatever the path, intuition is also mathematical. We just don't know the pathway, mechanistic. So follow a decision making pathway. Now, pictures are fundamental. I will not take much of your time. Some questions maybe if I can answer, if I cannot, I can write down your HOD for the answers. I love questions. This is PHU. Okay. The first pharmacy e-farm organization, how in global platform pharmacy stage and where are we? Oh, sorry. This is PH. Same old building. Okay, if you go, you will see many of your teachers are from there and the pharmacy around there. And the course name, department name has changed multiple times. Department of Pharmacy to Department of Pharmaceutics to now it is Department of Pharmaceutical Engineering and Technology. They offer B.Tech course, M.Tech course and M.Pharm for popular demand. Don't care for PCI norms. Don't care for PCI norms because they are big. This is different. I throw this question for seniors. When IITs are pursuing for medical courses, why not pharmacy? It takes a lot of time in India to transform because of inner confidence lacking. I would say social confidence lacking as somebody said. It's a social problem, not individual problem. So, do you know Professor Emil Schroff, was from Darbhanga. Here, Darbhanga in Bihar was one time just West Bengal. Many Bengalis still live there. And he joined VHU, and during nationalistic all this movement, he got involved. He cannot in engineering, cannot continue, and somehow they have landed people. He actually got his original degree in engineering from MIT, USA. And the course he designed was after University of London. The Bentley pharmaceutical chemistry, you know. So this was the model. Now come to this picture. This is American, University of Philadelphia, the oldest pharmacy in America. Is written if you a large university. Can you see this laboratory? This is our pharmacy laboratory in Jadavpur University, long back. Exactly that, but this is the picture maintained by Wellcome Laboratory in USA. All these formation you can actually go and see. So I don't know how can VHU, I personally participated in that transformation. I know it from inside and friends and all that. This laboratory is exactly the same as when we were students. Professor Rai was student in Jadavpur University. This is the Philadelphia University laboratory. Do you know this Philadelphia College of Pharmacy sold to St. John's University? This is no longer, the same building is there, but not it is under Philadelphia University. This is some other university funding. Is it possible in India? Please permit. So, now why it is not in India, why it is there? This is a picture of board. I am coming little bit because your topic is philosophical, but this audience is mostly student. So this is what creation of Adams. I have written all that. This chapel is used for selection of Pope, Catholic Pope. And this is the creation of God. Who drew it? Michelangelo. And do you know this picture and this gap is the energy? I should explain Margdarshan. And this picture later was actually analyzed, like many pictures of those, that this is a picture of rain. Okay? So, quickly, this is the chapel. So, what do you find God here? I give you one interpretation. Wait for a minute for answer. God is power, knowledge, energy. Adam, no power because not much of knowledge available. God is asking Adam to work hard to reach. You want to give? Catholic concept. It's written in the same chapter. Okay, that you should work hard to achieve. Okay, and God is in your brain. Come to the next one. This is our God, Krishna. Margdarshan, Bhagavad Gita. This is there in many places in Southern India. You will see it in many places. How the God appeared to us? Like this, kind, forgiving. Okay, not much of power from expression or need. So this is a concept of Margdarshan in Indian context. And this is a big difference in Eastern Confucius or Islam or even than in truly European power. So this is an advantage. If it comes from within, Swamiji, nobody can demotivate you. Okay, nobody can demotivate Swamiji. He may be right or he may be wrong. Motivation is from within in that context, social not. He may be successful or not successful. Okay? Too much of philosophy time. So think of it either way, either European way, two different way, or Confucius or even Islam also, this side. And that time is different. Stockholm and all that, go down the history. So completely different idea. Believing yourself is easier for us than destructive in that sense. But we are balancing. So these are mathematics related to this. So ultimately I am coming to the end and wait for questions. Ultimately is a dance of life. I am happy to see such a beautiful dance. From my next to next generation, I survived coming back to Adamas. It's a basis for me, if you feel. Every was high. This is also some gold, I take it. Okay? So survive. I survived with my children and their children. Some of my teachers once said, "I think with the Nadi Chhatro is Rati Rataso." It was a Polai, Karkhana. Karkhana naam hocche chilo, ekhon ache. Karkhana thaki barakure. Similarly, root mail. Professor M. Chakraborty, there, no more there. Vice Chancellor of Jadavpur University at one time, and Professor of Calcutta University, my teachers. He used to call me like, I have come to the end of stories. Their Nami Chhatro is beautiful love. জুট নেই প্রথম চাকরি ধুতি পরে চাকরিতে গেছি আমার কাজ ছিল কেমিস্ট্রি জুট আমি তার কাছে প্রথম শুনলাম প্রথম বিশ্বযুদ্ধে ওই জুট আর তার মিলিয়ে যুদ্ধ জাহাজ যাওয়ার ব্যবস্থা করা হতো কেমিস্ট্রি উনি বললেন ওয়াটারা কাজ করছে না আমি তো ওটা অ্যানালিসিস করবো কি করে তো আমার বস ছিলেন ফ্যাক্টরি ম্যানেজার সাহেব সে দৌড়ে বেরিয়ে এলো এসে বলল শুনছে ওকে পরিষ্কার উনি গল্প করছেন আমার রাজিয়ে পরিষ্কার আমার সামনে ওই বড় বড় দুটোই ওয়ার্কার কিন্তু ভেরি ডেঞ্জারাস they work in a very rough platform এক চাবুক নিয়ে মারতে শুরু করলেন like that kicking and telling always যে ওকে তুমি বলছেন আমি চুপ করে সামনে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি তো ওনার বস লাস্টে বলছে this is how you have to manage labor you like it or not this is so in the beginning I gave you a story of Sasri Biram want to be blessed you are not knowing Western people know it in different language so pharmacy I have done through thank you. Many questions. I don't know what I have reached. It's a philosophical topic, but I try to be different in my own way. Thank you so much for your time.
Please put forward the question to sir.
তোমাদের কি বলা আছে আমার তো জীবন ফার্মেসি বা চারপাশে কাটলো আমি চাই সবার কাটুক আমি যদি কিছু বুদ্ধি সহযোগিতা করতে পারি খুব খুশি হব মূলত স্টুডেন্ট my teachers are right through me and so I would like to do আমি ওরা বলতে প্রশ্ন করতে ভয় পেও না যা খুশি প্রশ্ন করো ভয় ভেতরে থাকলে কি চলবে চল চলো একটা জিনিস কারোর জন্য দাঁড়ায় না সময় আমাদের দেশে এটা শিখি না
On behalf of my students,
you are on your job.
it's a wonderful one. Professor Mukherjee, I was just thinking, sitting in one corner of the auditorium. I was just thinking like I'm sailing through time. And I do not know the wonder I think has been done by the word Margdarshan, which prompted Professor Mukherjee to go for a philosophical path. Even today, I'm a little bit confused as I was sharing before the start of this session with Professor Shah that I am really a little bit surprised with the topic name, nomenclature, that actually I get confused that whether I am a technologist or a scientist. I belong to B Farm, is a pharmaceutical science or pharmaceutical technology. This haunted me ever since I was a student of pharmacy. And some of the answer to this was touched upon by Professor Mukherjee. I will not go because if I find my role as a technologist, my role will always be, I believe, will be transformative one. That whatever that we can do is able to be translated into action, or can be transformed into what can be used. So I will not be asking any question. That question I will ask one of my friends, because lot of questions I have, but I will put aside those questions for the private session that I can have with Professor Mukherjee. But just one confusion I will try to get from Professor Mukherjee is that when we were students, there were not much of scope for transformative research. But now we have seen the birth of the CROs. And I know some of the CROs, they don't get, they look for the opportunity with the industry to handhold the industry, the universities. And see, just because that will be cheaper for them. So my question is that isn't it the time that we in the university, those who think of research, we concentrate on what is really transformable, not just sitting in the domain of the academic or the bringing new knowledge, which can be transformed. This is the question number one to you, Professor Mukherjee. And the second one is in the audience I can see the industry campaigns are there. And what was there in the West Bengal was one time used to lead. And thanks to Sir Acharya Gopalachandra Roy, he used to lead the pharmaceutical industry in India. Now that has been shifted. And we can see that the West Bengal is what the other states can do, we are not able to do. The neighbor countries, the Dilip Sandhi, Sun Pharma, from Kolkata, he shifted to Gujarat. He started with the Kolkata and Gujarat. And they are now producing things that is globally, they have made the furnaces India as a global policy. Why we are not? Why can't the industries maybe can hold hand with the academia here and come for the problem? Because that is a lot of money for them. Why can't we sit together for a long time, for a meaningful discussion on transformation? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Rai. Thank you so much for such amazing question. We are living in a cloudy world. Rain will never come. And unless rain comes, we will not have something to eat. You can complain, but you need rain. Second question must have
Sir, how can pharmacists navigate the tension between the patient's need to be cured and the desire to prevent harm, particularly to the patients who are refusing to take the necessary medications? Because philosophically also in India, they prevail some mindset that they refuse to take certain medications and they think it's a drawback for them, but they do consider the harmful effects first before thinking that it could be a cure for their disease. So philosophically, ethically, how these considerations can take a framework as a pharmacist, like how we can implement that, how we can change those mindsets.
Thank you so much. Professor, should I address that question first? Yeah. Please remind me if I forget. Take a seat, sir, madam. Now, question is good question. But I have a question to understand that question. Who are they? What is they?
It is actually in India, especially in the rural areas.
That's all. Yeah, take a seat. So, I mean, the point is, know the flop side. What is they? Immediately. What do you mean by they? Now, let me relate to the second question. Second question is, pharmacy industry is I'm trying to address both. May not see good old days in near future in West Bengal, where some not very encouraging, but it is encouraging. What is your requirement that it should succeed in Bengal? Why do you want it to succeed in Bengal? You want to succeed. Why you want to succeed in Bengal? Yes, you, as a Bengali, I want. Okay, this is, I mean, put it in logic. Of course, why not? But can you do it? No. Can you try to succeed yourself? Maybe yes, little bit. But can you transform Bengal to you? No. Okay? So the question, I give a simple answer. In my formative years, I got first few years teaching in southern India. One of my principal, and we were very militant people from Bengal. I should tell you here because history is important. I should give you a quick answer to history. The thing is, my principal, not very known people, but known in close circle, was always calling, like there was a rule came up that teachers have to sign on notebook. We said not why teachers will sign by taking class. At that point of time from Jadavpur, well, it is useless. Study, come back, teach, question, why to sign? So we did not sign many days. And with me there were many other Bengalis. Then there were a lot of you and cry, others signing, not signing from southern India, they were mobilizing, they were complaining. Nothing happened to us. I just give you this story. One day, the principal called us, Bengalis, and I went to see Bengal. Told us, do you think that the institution will change for you or you will change for the institution? And at that point of time, I was very glad. Who is this person? But now I believe it was so correct because it was a leading institution. Do you think that the institution will change for you or you will change for the institution? I place it in a larger context. I think, what is my purpose to come here? I ask myself, should I change to time? Or time will change for me? Time will never change for me. If I want to do it, I am a great fool. Just about. Okay? So if I can change with time, difficult, not possible. Yes, I know I am declining this. But if I do not respect it, my respect will not be there. Is it not true? So this is reason, don't think of Bengal, think of yourself. Bengal will take care of itself. Okay? We are part of it. Did I answer the second question? Hardly. This is not age to me more than a fact. You can your answer. Did I answer your question? Yes. More questions for students. The first part, can you remind me? What was the question that I remember? Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. I agree. Thank you. I have also explained what you should do or I should do. Okay? You are all in profession. There is no restrictive boundary. There is no restrictive boundary today. Our thoughts are restrictions. In MIT, it is told therefore I tell you, my first few days in MIT. Two examples. MIT, I was working with Professor Alexander Limonov in chemistry department. I name, you can read it. Because nowadays information is so easy. And ask a question. Who is what? Professor Alexander Limonov and Professor Robert Langer in engineering department, chemical engineering. I was a student of Jadavpur University, of course, extensive teaching. Why they recruited me? For chiral synthesis using enzymes. That was my first introduction in enzymes in chiral synthesis, okay? And I was saying, you are a chemist, you know chiral synthesis. I'm not, without going into details because it will be too much of history. Now, the first interaction with Professor Klibanov, he said, call me Alex. Alexander Klibanov, Russian. He came to USA without any degree certificate from Moscow University to Caltech in one flight because of something in Russia. It's a good chemist. Russia is a good, very strong chemist. So, he said, I don't have a certificate. See, a very senior professor in MIT at that point of time, now also he is a very deviant person. Okay, so he said that I don't have a certificate. Expressed, told me first, called me Alex. It was a cultural shock for me. Son, such a big person. Every time he used to say, hello, call me Alex. Teaching. Okay? In a different form. We are friends in laboratory. Gentlemen, respect each other. No, sir. I am not saying that you should not say sir and all that. Cultural difference, I have shown you. Okay? I will value you if you truly stand to my question. Different. And here, I will value you, you are a good human being. Different. Productivity has a different question. Productivity has a different question. For me, if I am serving my purpose to my colleague, I am successful. It may not be true in many parts of the world. Technology and science per se and engineering have merged, demerged, and now the world was transformative. Why is so? Because healthcare is a complex domain. We need help. Do you know this? That morphine I have shown you. Morphine was first recommended as a sleeping medicine. And for injecting morphine, the needle was designed. Drug delivery device. So basically, the question is, Question is that there is no boundary. We ourselves are boundaries. Break it. Knowledge is available. Choose it. You can break. You can break. Believe it. That's all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There is no other question. Please thank Professor Mukherjee for a wonderful talk. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful narration of evidences from past. It was truly enlightening. Now, may I request our Honorable Chairperson, Professor Adamas Saha, to present a token of gratitude and memento to our esteemed guest, Professor Mukherjee. Thank you, sir. Now may I request Dr. Subhendu Kumar Sahu to kindly felicitate our Honorable Chairperson, Professor Rudra Prasad Saha. Sir, kindly come on to the stage, sir. Professor Sahu, Dr. Sahu. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude session 1. Thank you, sir. We now proceed to scientific session 2. May I warmly invite our respected chairperson, Professor Pallab Kanti Haldar, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology and Director, School of Natural Product Studies, Jadavpur University, together with our distinguished resource person, Professor Somendra Darbar, Deputy Manager QA and Principal Investigator R&D, Days Medical Store Limited, Kolkata, to kindly grace the stage with their presence. Sir. To chair this session, we are privileged to invite Professor Pallab Kanti Haldar, a leading academician and researcher in pharmaceutical sciences. He currently serves as a professor in the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, Jadavpur University, and as a director of the School of Natural Product Studies. He has an illustrious academic journey with an M.Pharm. PhD from Jadavpur University, and as a fellow of Institution of Chemistry. Professor Haldar has authored and co-authored over 160 research paper, books and book chapters, along with the patent on novel trichodermas. He has successfully led major national and industrial research collaboration in drug discovery and natural product development. With an exchange of 35 and over 4,700 citations, his research contributions are widely recognized globally. We are privileged to have him with us today as chairperson of this scientific session. May I now request Professor Haldar to introduce our resource person. Sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers to invite me as a chairperson for this event. So we are already running late. So without any taking time, I just give about introduction of our speaker, Dr. Darbar. Dr. Darbar is associated with Designated Stores Manufacturing Limited as the principal investigator, research and development divisions. and Deputy Manager, Quality Assurance Department, and he also associated with Bioequivalence Strategy Center and SN Post National Center for Basic Science and Application Research. He also is faculty of Adamas University, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology. He had over 85 publications and 11 book chapters to his credit. And he also included board members for United Journal. He is a life member of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Physiological Society of India, and Indian Science Congress Associations. During his research tenures, he successfully handled more than 40 R&D projects. He delivered more than 20 innovative talks in national and international conferences, and he is the fellow of Indian Institute of Chemists and chapter fellow of American Chemical Society. He has 4 patents in his name. With this short introductions, I request Dr. Baba to deliver his lecture. And please try to conclude in 25 to 30 minutes. Thank you.
Good afternoon. How much of you are student? Please raise your hand. Most of them are student. How much of you are interested about industry? Industry করা ভালোবাসো? No one. How much of you are interested about research? Scientific research as well as the application-based research. Okay. So before starting the presentation, I convey my heartiest thanks to the organizers for inviting me to deliver an industry-oriented lecture. So official lunch time is 1 p.m. Now it is almost 1:30. Right? So যখনই আমাকে বলবে স্টপ করে দিতে স্যার খিদে পেয়েছে আমি স্টপ করে দেব। ঠিক আছে? So today's my presentation's topic is the therapeutic use of multi-herbal formulation, obstacles and prospects. Are you familiar with these two dates? One is 19 March 2020 and another is 24 March 2020. The first date, 19th March 2020, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered address 8 p.m. towards the nation. And he declared on March 22nd, 2020, India celebrate a Janata curfew, right? Right. And in the second day, the 24th March 2020, at 8 p.m., again Narendra Modi delivered address towards the nation, and he declared complete lockdown from March 25, 2020. Everything stopped. People stay in home, shop, office, market, all are closed. Road, social. With every morning we send WhatsApp message towards our fellow users. Stay healthy, stay safe. Right? People. We think at that moment that can we see the sunrise in the next morning or not? Or die or finish. So we are fortunate that we are the pharmacists. Our profession is pharmacy. Only two industries from very next day continuously run. One is food industry and another is pharmacy, pharma manufacturing industry. Right? Salute to those pharmacists, researchers who continuously research and invent from India two vaccines. One is Covaxin and another is Covishield. Covaxin from Bharat Biotech and Covishield from Serum. 2020, 2021 and 2022. These 3 years, the black years all over the globe. ঠিক আছে? আমি নিজে 3 দিন ছুটি পেয়েছিলাম, only 3 days. Then our duty continuously run. আমার অফিস বালিগঞ্জে, আমার বাড়ি বাগুইয়াটিতে। বাইপাস দিয়ে যাতায়াত করি। So I heard only the ambulance horn and the vehicle those carry the dead body. আর কিচ্ছু ছিল না, শুনছেন। তখন একটা জিনিস ছিল যে যখন গাড়ি নিয়ে যাবে তখন গাড়িতে এমার্জেন্সি ডিউটি সরকার থেকে পারমিশন করাতে হতো, এমার্জেন্সি ডিউটি লিখতে হতো আর পারমিশনটা ট্যাগ করতে হতো। But I only pressed my company's logo in front of the glass window of my car. Nothing else. And till in the continuous in the 3 years, no policeman stopped my car. This is the beauty of pharmacy. That every policeman know the logo of this and it's related, attached to the pharmacy profession and produce the medicine, life-saving medicine. And this is true that the Days is a 70, almost more than 75 years old company. And during these 3 years, 2021 and 22, like other pharmaceutical company, Days makes 25% extra profit margin. Right? যেখানে অন্য কোম্পানি স্যাক করে দিচ্ছে, চাকরি থেকে বসিয়ে দিচ্ছে, সেখানে ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল কোম্পানি তার এক্সট্রা প্রফিটটা এমপ্লয়ীদের মধ্যে শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছে। একদিনের জন্য একটা স্যালারি রিডিউস করে, not a single rupees. This is the beauty of the pharmacy. Right? এটা জোরে হাত তালি দাও নিজের কথা। Next comes to the quality of the product. Can we manufacture the good quality of product? Answer কি তৈরি করি না করি না? Answer is most of the cases no. Why? This is published in July 14, 2023. We all know that cough syrup produced one of the famous pharmaceutical Indian company, and they export it towards the Zambia, and more than 70% children died. Did this raise a question whether the Indian company produced the medicine, is this up to the mark or good quality? The answer is no. Next comes to the honesty. Whether the Indian people, anybody, are honest or loyal, the answer is no. Why? নির্বাচিত তরল ওষুধ যন্ত্রের উঠাও মেয়াদে ওষুধের মেয়াদ। A chain of Indian people regularly produce the fake medicine. Even এখন ওষুধে যদি দেখো, there is a QR code for the sake of the ওষুধ, there is a QR code, and QR code also copied. যাবো কোথায়? So there is a huge scope for you, the budding pharmacists, that India needs lots of regulators. Those regulators control the whole system. Right? ঠিক আছে? So তারপরে কি এলো? এই সমস্ত ঘটনা ঘটার পরে গভর্নমেন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়া they implement from 28 December 2020 revised Schedule M guidelines. Previous date is Schedule M from 2006, and from 2023 onwards, that is the revised Schedule M. And hopefully from the 1st January 2026, this revised Schedule M finally implemented. This year is the 2025. This is the extended year for the revised Schedule M. So revised Schedule M is key. That is almost 400 pages guideline for everything from building infrastructure towards the quality. So this national seminars is related to industry academic collaboration, right? So why collaboration is needed? If you think that you start your career from the industry, then what is required? You must learn about the revised Schedule M, Drug and Cosmetics Act, Indian Pharmacopoeia, US Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia, European Pharmacopoeia, Environmental Law, Factory Law, Safety Law, etc. Okay? Pharmacy profession, wait. Suppose there is a health system. Your institution is an academic institute, and another section is a health sector, that is hospital, nursing home, etc. Another section is the laboratory. Okay? The testing laboratory. The APPA যদি থাকে, health system নাম করবে। বলবে একাডেমিক আছে, হসপিটাল আছে, টেকনিক্যাল ল্যাবরেটরি আছে, রান্না করবে আনসার কি কেন এই তিনটে জিনিস যে তারা আমাদের যে জিনিসটা দরকার সেটা তাদের ট্যাবলেট, ক্যাপসুল, ইনজেকশন, ভ্যাকসিন, অয়েন্টমেন্ট, আই ড্রপস এটসেট্রা। এটা আমাদের সাপ্লাই করা যাবে না, সেটা কারা তৈরি করে দেবে? ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল ইন্ডাস্ট্রি। ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল ইন্ডাস্ট্রি কারা তৈরি করে দেবে? You, the body pharmacist. কেন? Pharmaceutical, every pharmaceutical industry has production area, quality control area, quality assurance area, material store, packaging store, purchases department, HR department, environmental cell, waste management cell, safety cell, etc. ঠিক আছে? তারপর সোসাইটি পড়ে এতগুলো তো বলতে ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল যে বলতে গেছে সেফটি কন্ডিশন আছে এখানে বলতে এখানে বলতে রোজা আছে কোথায় রোজা আছে প্রোডাকশন এবং কিউএ বাদ দিয়ে if you want to join in the HR department or somehow in the safety department or in environmental assessment, you must have another desirable degree that is a postgraduate diploma of that particular topic, either safety or environment or QMS or HR, etc. So, এখানে ফার্মাসিস্টদের ইউনিট ফার্মাসিস্টরা যে কোনো জায়গায় কাজ করতে পারে anywhere. ফার্মাসিস্টরা তো ওষুধ তৈরি করে, ঠিক আছে? এই যে ওষুধটা আমরা তৈরি করি কিসের উপর? মডার্ন বেসিসে, রাইট? তাহলে মডার্ন বেসিসে আমরা যে ওষুধগুলো তৈরি করি, আমরা কি ইন্ডিয়ানরা যে ওষুধগুলো বানায় এটা আমার সিরিয়ালে যখন বলছে তখন বলেছে প্রিন্সিপাল ইনভেস্টিগেশন বাড়ায় দিই। তাহলে বানায় বলে দিয়েছে Google has started to how much of medicine in India invented in allopathy. Answer is no. একটা বলা স্যার আমার কথা তো ছিল কি লেগে একটা বলা নেই, তাহলে কি করি? ফর্মুলেশন এর লাগবে। If somebody invent a new molecule that must be patented, and patent year is 20 years. That is the copyright period. When this copyright is over, then the Indian brand is very sharp. So every medicine has two types. One is API and another is the excipient. That is lot of excipient. Other is not lots of excipient. So Indian brand change this excipient. And if we change this excipient and our product is stable, then it's produce a new brand. That is the Indian R&D in our medicine. Okay? That is the Indian scenario. Then what happened? If we want a license from the regulated authority of this particular brand, it takes so many reports from different sectors, right? Like quality control report, in vitro report, in vivo report, clinical report, and field study report, preliminary field study report. After getting the license, when drug is into the market, there is a 3 years locking period. That's the period we also do the field work. That is for the pharmacovigilance side. Right? So before the pharmacovigilance study, this size of reports is required. That is the dark level of emergency. So if we think that the industry academic collaboration, this is it. I completed my PhD degree from Adamas University, Professor T.T. Balsam, Professor is very much aware. So when I joined SAG Lab in 2004, there is a small room in the ground floor. And after that, in 2007, my guide established a center that is called Bioequivalence Study Center in Adamas University, in the academic campus, within the academic campus. And the most of the financial came from the statement and some was from the station. And there is a rule that until and unless the statement and station bus send the product to our biological study center, test all the products free of cost. ठीक तो कंपनी का फ्री कर दिया बाकी ह्यूज कंपनी हमारे से ओपन हो गया ठीक है जी ट्रांसफर जो ओपन हो गया so biological center at that time do the toxicity research, biological research, and later on the first phase and the second phase of the clinical trial. That is the industry and academic collaboration. The institute established in the academic field and industry give the work to the academic organization for doing the work, and we earn more or more money. At that time, the biological study center earned so many crores for doing this toxicity, bioequivalence, and first and second phase clinical trial. So we all know that in the Indian scenario, currently our turnover Indian turnover by rupees is $65 billion. We are expected that $130 billion within 2030, and India export the 60% of the global vaccine, and out of which 70% of the WHO vaccines exported from India. Next, the government of India, now there is a campaign that is Make India, Make in India, and India is the third global pharmaceutical production in the generic medicine by volume. Why not rupee? Rupee not a volume method. Singapore. By volume, why is it third? Why not rupee? Karena dolar akan diubah dengan dolar kamu, taka kamu. Aman taka tadi bila saya cakap betul, dolar tadi ada cakap betul. Tapi lagi rupee deh, anda nama berbantar. Produser saya bos itu apa? Jadi sebenarnya ada krisis bos. This is the system. Indian map. সমস্ত জায়গাতে বাঙালি পানাগাড়িরা আমেদাবাদ আপি আমাদেশা ঔরঙ্গাবাদ হায়দ্রাবাদ বিশাখাপত্তনম নাম চেন্নাই প্রপার্টি চেন্নাই ব্যাঙ্গালোর মাইসোর ইভেন সিটি বাট ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল নেই এটা গেল কারা তোমার বলে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের so many problems political problems, union problem, social problem, everything is there. But ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের যে বিষয়টা পাওয়া যায় সেটা হলো চিপ লেবার, ভারতবর্ষে তত পাওয়া যায়। ঠিক আছে, সুতরাং ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের এই টাকাকে কাজে লাগিয়ে কোন ইন্ডাস্ট্রি কাজ করবে সব থেকে বেশি? আইআইটি, রাইট? সো এটা মনে রাখো যাতে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলটা ভবিষ্যতে এই গ্রিডের মধ্যে চলে আসে। নেক্সট আমাদের আর অবশ্যই ডিসকাস করব, এটা হচ্ছে আয়ুর্বেদিক drug development. So in India, the Ayurvedic products market size reached in 656 billion in 2024. কেন আয়ুর্বেদ নিয়ে রিসার্চ করব? কারণ আমরা মডার্ন কিছু সিঙ্গেল মলিকিউল ইনভেন্ট করতে পারি না। ঠিক আছে, আয়ুর্বেদিকটা সোজা কেন? আয়ুর্বেদিকে যা কিছু দেখবে সব মাল্টি ফর্মুলেটেড প্রোডাক্ট কম্পোজিশন। ঠিক আছে, 4-5টা হাউস জুড়ে দিলাম, একটা কম্পোজ হয়ে গেল, একটা ব্র্যান্ড দিয়ে দিলাম, দ্যাট ইজ আ প্রোডাক্ট। সো আয়ুর্বেদিক প্রোডাক্ট ইনভেন্ট করা বা স্টাডি করা ইজ মোর ইজিয়ার ইন কম্পারিজন টু মডার্ন। আরেকটা, in the acute disease modern medicine সবথেকে বেশি কাজ করে, but in the chronic disease ayurvedic medicine সবথেকে বেটার কাজ করে। chronic disease মানে কি? suppose liver problem, suppose your 25 years age is a liver problem detected, ধরা পড়েছে। তা আমি তোমাকে যদি কাস্টমার হিসেবে পাই, তাহলে আমি যদি ওইটাকে তোমাকে কনভিন্স করে ধরাতে পারি, তুমি যতদিন বাঁচবে আমার প্রোডাক্টটা কিনবে। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য লং টার্ম ইউজ অফ আয়ুর্বেদিক প্রোডাক্ট। ঠিক আছে, সেই জন্য মোস্ট অফ দ্য ইন্ডিয়ান কোম্পানি নাও আর ভেরি মাচ ইন্টারেস্টেড টু ডু রিসার্চ ইন দ্য আয়ুর্বেদিক field. So this is the drug developmental research. First is the discovery or development, second is the preclinical research. In the preclinical research, that is the vital arena where we developed the dose of the particular drug, as well as we studied the safety and toxicity and therapeutic efficacy, preliminary therapeutic efficacy. Then clinical research, first, second and third, fourth phase, regulatory review. So these are the challenges. Okay. সকালবেলা মর্নিংয়ে স্বামীজি গীতাটাই বলছিল, there is a gap between academics and industry. So every pharma industry have a DSIR approved recognized R&D laboratory, Department of Industrial Research. So DSIR every year conduct a conclave in between industry and IIT. আমি বেশ কিছু বার গিয়েছি, বাট একটা মেমোরি আমার এখনো মনে আছে। In the year of 2016, the conclave was held in the IIT KGP, Kharagpur. And at that time, the head of the department of the chemistry is Professor Pathak. Professor Pathak told me that, Soumendra, believe me, the IIT KGP developed more than 1,000 molecules in a year, but not a single molecule is commercialized. Why? Because there is a gap between laboratory research and pilot scale study. Suppose you invent a new antacid, right? A simple antacid. So in the laboratory, what's the volume? Either 2 liter or 5 liter, right? Or maximum it is the 10 liter. And when we send it to the industry, the volume is 5,000 liter. If 5,000 liter is going to fail, there it shows so many problems. And most of the time it's create separation. তলায় পড়ে যায় সেডিমেন্ট, উপরে ওয়াটারটা থেকে যায়. That means product is not stable. যেমন একটা লেভেলে দুটো জিনিস থাকে, একটা ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং রেট, একটা স্টেবিলিটি এক্সপায়ারি রেট. That means the stability of the product, that within 24 months, within 26 months, or within 48 months, the product shows equal effectivity when it shows in the initial time and after completion of 36 months. So stability fail করে যায় বলে ultimately এই product গুলো দাঁড়ায় না. So there is a huge scope to bridge between academic and industry to overcome these types of problems. So next, to develop the study, now there is a cell study, that is an in vitro study, cell culture study, then animal study, then clinical trial, then pharmacovigilance is a hot topic today. What is the opportunity of these phytomedicines? It is a safe and symptomatic medicine, low cost, non-toxic, targeted drug delivery, easy to produce, high efficacy, royalty. এবং পোস্ট কোভিড এরারে এই আয়ুর্বেদিক ড্রাগের সেল হিউজ পরিমাণে বেড়েছে, হিউজ. 2020 আগে আসলো, 2025 এ হিউজ বেড়েছে all over the globe. Okay, so we developed a new formulation which is called AK-16 leaf 01. It is very much effective in the liver disease. So in the synthetic part, that is the modern medicine, there is a reduced bioavailability, non-specific distribution of the entire body, metabolism in the GI tract, low mutation in the medicine area, and undesirable side effect. But in case of the phytomedicine, more affordable, cost is very less, easier to obtain, safe and non-toxic, highly stable, and cost effective. That's why the most of the Indian pharma company, in the modern pharma company, they run another Ayurvedic setup. One setup is modern setup, another is the Ayurvedic setup. So this is our formulation. Initially, we have so many medicine in the market that composed with Indian medicinal plant. But we, in collaboration with the other institute, developed a medicine which is composed of 6 Indian medicinal plants and 3 Indian medicinal spices. And this is the liquid medicine and this is the powder medicine, tablet and capsule. So this to manufacture this medicine, it have an API as well as excipient, both in the OSD as well as the oral solution. and this is the quality control area. So if industry and academic collaborate to each other, that is the scope. Okay. That is the scope that industry এই পোর্শনটুকু করতে ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং করে দেয়, কোয়ালিটি কন্ট্রোল করে দেয়, তারপরে ইন্ডাস্ট্রির হাতে অত সময় নেই বাকি রিসার্চকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়া। So if industry and academic make a move and collaborate it, they proceed further research. Like this is a preclinical study. We apply the medicine, invented medicine towards the animal body. This is the basic observatory parameters: body weight, food consumption, final body weight, and liver index. This is the liver function test parameter. The second one, that is the treated group, ethanol treated group, and this is the highest dose group of our invented product. And in the every cases we observe the positive result, where 97%, whereas 87% in GGT, ALP 85%, etc. Next, it is the another liver function test parameters: BARD, the total bilirubin, direct bilirubin, total protein, albumin globulin ratio. We significantly observe the positive result. Next, this is the ROS related parameter: total ROS, SOD, superoxide dismutase, catalase, GSH, and GPS. We observe the positive result when we apply our invented product. So this is the immunohistochemistry, TNF alpha and TGF-1 beta. We also reach the positive result. This is the histopathology of the three types of stain. One is Eosin hematopsin stain, Mason's typhoon stain, and serious thread stain. This is the morphology of the 7 groups. এইখানে ইন্ডাস্ট্রি একাডেমিকার বিরাট রোল আছে, কারণ ইন্ডাস্ট্রির ক্ষেত্রে হয়তো সেটআপ আছে, কিন্তু ইন্ডাস্ট্রির ক্ষেত্রে হয়তো ম্যান পাওয়ার টাইম নেই যে 3 মাস ধরে বা 2 মাস ধরে এই স্টাডিটা করা এবং রিপিটেড স্টাডি করা। রিপিটেড স্টাডি যদি না করো তখন ভালো পাবলিকেশনে পাবলিশ হবে না। So there is no time in the industry. এখানে যদি ইন্ডাস্ট্রি স্যাম্পল হ্যান্ড ওভার টু দ্য একাডেমিক ইনস্টিটিউশন and academic institutions fellow do this research and gives the positive results, or they obtain the positive result, then first thing they patent the molecule. After that they publish the molecule in the reputed journal. ঠিক আছে, পেটেন্সিপের মজা কি? তো তোমার নামে যদি পেটেন্ট হয়, পেটেন্ট করার পর যদি প্রোডাক্টটা রান করে কোন একটা কোম্পানি দিয়ে, and this company have made a lot of profit, then a certain amount which is written in your agreement comes to you as a recurring royalty towards your next generation. That is the beauty of the pharmacy. Another beauty of the pharmacy, the royaltyটা আসতেই থাকবে। রবি ঠাকুর লিখে গেছে বই, তার রয়্যালটিটা কিন্তু এখনো তার ফ্যামিলি পাচ্ছে। ঠিক এখানেও তাই, যদি ক্লিক করাতে পারো কিছু না, শুধু 10টা বছর 10 ইয়ার্স যদি মার্কেট সার্ভ করে, তোমার 3টে জেনারেশনটা কিছু করতে হবে না, রয়্যালটি নেই সার্ভ করে আর কিছু করতে হবে। আমি নিজেও রয়্যালটি পাই কোনো একটা প্রোডাক্টে, কিন্তু তার অ্যামাউন্টটা খুব কম, বাট পাই। So this is the summary of the study, and this paper is published in the Clinical Phytoscience. This is the Spinja paper, and we also collaborated and doing the nanoparticle research, because after the 20 years এই modern drug কিছু থাকবে না। all drugs is converted to nano form. Clear? So nanomedicine is our future medicine. So there is a scope between industry and academic. So they create the scientific research, analytical method development, student internship, skill development program, industry visit. Analytical method development key. Suppose industry learn a method in their quality control laboratory. If the industry academic collaboration and industry academician produce that this method is viable and it takes low chemical use as well as time is reduced, it is very much effective for the industry. That is for the method development study. And these are collaborators from Jadavpur, SN Bose, as well as Norway in Germany and Amadurto in USA. So thank you all for your patience.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, participants are requested not to leave the hall. Participants are requested not to leave the hall. The chairperson is already here.
So just 5 minutes, you just wait. We are there, and though we are 1 hour late, so they are also hungry. So I just request the audience, if you have any queries, you can communicate with Dr. Dora. I think we will clear your ideas. So with that, I just conclude this session.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights. Now, may I request our chairperson to present a token of gratitude and memento to our speaker. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor Dr. Rajendra to kindly come forward and extend our heartfelt gratitude by felicitating our honorable chairperson, sir. Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude session 2. Now we will break here for a lunch, and I request the participants to be available here by within half an hour. Thank you so much. Now we can disperse for lunch. Thank you.
তো এইখানে ক্যামেরাটা থাক, এখানে এখানে ইয়েটা রইল,
আমাদের খাবার এখানে আনতে বললেন
কি জানি, আমি জানি না কী করবো। ঠিক আছে, এইখানে আমার ক্যামেরাটা রইলো। হ্যাঁ,
অত অত চেয়ারের উপর রাখো, ওরা অত লুকিয়ে রাখতে হবে না, পাওয়ার পাওয়ার লুচে হয়ে গেলে। হ্যাঁ, ওকে হাত দেবে, এখানে সিসিটিভি এর উপরে ফোকাস করা আছে। এই নাও খাবার, নাও। নেবে না?
না, আমি খেয়ে নিচ্ছি, খাওয়া হয়ে গেছে। বলছি মিটিংটা পুরোটাই বন্ধ করে দেবো তো? আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ, ওদের তো শেষ হয়েছে। হ্যাঁ, এন্ড মিটিং ফর অল করে দিতে দেবো তো? ঠিক আছে, তারপরে এটা রেকর্ডিংটা হবে। আচ্ছা, এখন দরকার নেই নাকি? এখন নেবো কিছু, কি করব? আচ্ছা, এটা তো গেল। ওবিএসটা খুলি। হ্যাঁ, ওবিএস খুললাম। ওবিএসে হচ্ছে